Hey guys, welcome to a little bit of a special two-part video. I think this is going to be. So I don't know if you know, but my HermitCraft anniversary from the first video I uploaded from a HermitCraft server just happened back in August, and I kind of thought about doing something at the time, but I wasn't really sure what to do, and I thought about it and thought about it and thought about it, and I thought, just a little bit of a trip down memory lane here might be in order. So, as you can see, we are on the Season 2 HermitCraft map. I joined toward the end of Season 2. I really only built this right here. It was just at the end of the path. Slip's place is right there. You can see the ribbon. And his amaze balls. You can stare at his balls there. But, I just figured, just a little bit of a trip down memory lane, talking about what my plans were for the season, what I wanted to accomplish, all of that kind of thing. Honestly, for Season 2, I didn't really have a plan. Because, like I said, I did join at the end of the season. And I know there's a ton of new faces on the channel since my last episode of HermitCraft, which was Season 5. Well, I guess kind of Season 6, but technically Season 5. So I just figured I'd come through and just, show you guys what we did previously, just in case you're new to the channel. Like I said, there's, when I joined HermitCraft, I think I had like 10,000 subscribers. I'm now up over to like 260,000 subscribers. So a couple people have shown up since then. This is what I had in my inventory the last time I logged out. Very basic kind of stuff here. And yeah, this is the house I built. This is the first time I collabed with Zul'jin, working on this house. He came over and gave me some building pointers. He's the one that built these chairs and the table and, that kind of thing. Like I said, I didn't really have a plan for this season because I was so late to it, And then I think the thing is... Aha! It still freaking works. Nice. I think I built that myself. And it still works. And then the dump is right here. Yeah. Whatever you throw in there ends up in this chest here, so you can take it out and use it elsewhere. And then you can use this, I believe. Uh-huh. Nice. I am actually really surprised that still works. My very simple... Very, very simple. So you got to remember, this is like back in 1.6, I think. Something like that. It was a long time ago. There wasn't really a whole lot going on back in these days. So you were kind of limited. There was very few slabs and stairs, and there was no prismarine, none of that kind of stuff. So you were fairly limited in what you could do. I mean, we still did a lot. Well, I mean, not us personally, because like I said, this is really the only thing we did. We did like some ABBAs with false, and there's the ABBA building right over there. But other than that, I don't even know what this is. I don't know why I'm going through there. But like I said, I just wanted to show you guys, take a little bit of a trip down memory lane. I remember running around out here as a fresh new hermit and just being like, what am I doing here? I don't belong here. Why am I here? That actually wasn't built by me. So, believe it or not. No, this was a Zuma, I believe. Shishwam bam. All right, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to pop over to Season 3. Like I said, this is going to be a two-part kind of video. The first part is going to be Season 2 and 3. And then I think the last part will be Season 5. Season 4 and 6, I don't really count because I wasn't really part of those. I did a little bit, but then I kind of just... And so that's a technical term, by the way. Just so you know. All right, let me pop over to Season 3, and I'll be back. All right, so here we are on probably the season I'm most known for, I would say. Season 3, this is really when I set out to try and make my mark on HermitCraft, and I feel like I did it in spectacular form. Oh, why is this like this? This wasn't like this. Aha! You saw nothing, 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 nothing. So I did start, obviously at spawn with everybody else. I think I was one of the first ones to kind of, move away from spawn, but I had like big plans in store for this here monument. And so I wanted to get out as early as I could and kind of get, working on that. Prismarine was really new. And so we were all trying to, get our hands on it and do stuff with it and, build Guardian farms. And as usual, people were like, they were building, the most whatever production farms. Obviously, I took a different approach, as I tend to do. I just go for farms that work and look pretty, right? I'm not worried about, the production and all of that stuff. So my plan for this season was to just supply the other hermits with Prismarine and stuff like that, and just build my base. I actually have 3 bases, believe it or not, on this season. It was a bit of back and forth. I spent a lot of time on this base, just like countless hours. I don't regret it at all. I don't know why this is. I don't regret it at all. It was time well spent. I feel like this place turned out pretty freaking awesome. Obviously, I'm using shaders right now, like I do. I'm always running shaders now because they just look awesome. But it was surprising when I first logged in here a little while ago that this hasn't updated or anything. It's pretty awesome. But my plan for the base was, like I said, just to do what nobody had done to that point with the Guardian Monument. Everyone tore him down. Everyone dug him out. Everyone got rid of him. And I thought, well, what happens if you don't? Like, what happens if you just leave it, live in it, and still farm the Guardians? And at the time, we got some really good rates. Like, we're not getting terrible rates now. Like, it's not bad. Like, it's really not bad. And if I go down to, the AFK spot that I have set up for spawning the Guardians, it's even better. A lot of the areas lit up. And so I just wanted to come at it like nobody else had. Like I said, everybody was building all these, super efficient, must dig out the entire planet kind of farms. And I don't do that. I'm not into that. That's not how I play. I play making, trying to make things look decent while making them functional. And so it hadn't been done before. I was the first one to do this kind of farm. And then obviously it popped up everywhere. People building this kind of farm, living, in the monument and farming at the same time. When I first got here, obviously none of this was here. The monument was here, and I lived in a little hole in the wall. I think this is actually where... No. No. Where was that? There was like a hole in the wall here somewhere that I lived in. This may have been it, actually. Aha! Yeah. So I think I just lived in a little hole. This... I'm not sure what I was doing. Oh! Wait, is this it? Wait, what is even happening here? I don't know exactly. Yeah, I think this is where it was. Yeah, I think that's where it was, and then I would come out and do work, and that was where I lived, basically. It was a lot of fun, like pranks. That's from False. The T Association, whatever, I can't remember what the TEA stood for. I think it was Tea Eaters Association, actually. They came by, they flooded the monument. A lot of people thought I was like, just absolutely devastated by that. But full disclosure, I saw the prank. Like, I came out and I saw the prank, and I was like, okay, how am I gonna react to this? Am I gonna be super serious? Am I gonna be, what's gonna happen? So it was kind of a fake reaction. It did, like, I saw it and my heart did kind of sink. I was just like, oh my God. But then I realized it wasn't all source blocks, which it eased a lot of the pain that it could have been. Imagine if it was, full source blocks, it would have been painful. Very painful. And this is just a remake of the first video I ever uploaded, which was a mansion I had built. Looked exactly like this. And so I rebuilt it just as, you know, saying this is where I started. And now look where I am. I went from watching the Hermits to playing alongside, which was, for me, just, I never thought that's where I would end up. You know, at the beginning, I was just like, you know, this is not going to be anything for me. I'm not going to get anywhere. Why am I continuing to do this? But it only takes that one thing, that one video, that one connection you make, that, you know, that one thing. That's all it takes. That's it. Oh, and my single player series, I was talking about my tree farm that I built in season 3. This is one I was talking about. It's just like a tube for building trees, but this one has an elevator that comes up so I can get on top of the tree and then dig my way down, which is a little better, but whatever. All right, so this base is one of the bases. Remember, I said I got 3. We're going to see 2 of them. The third one, I had just really, you know, kind of started on it and all of that. Yeah, these guys, yeah, see, with the updated mechanics, a lot of this stuff would have looked a lot better. Like, a lot better. Yeah. It's unfortunate, but what can you do, right? All right, so I was working on this base, and I was just, I was hitting a wall. I was like, I don't know what to do next. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go somewhere. I'm going to start fresh. I'm just going to, you know, and then we'll just pop back and forth, which we ended up doing quite a bit, actually. And so I built this thing here as kind of my, I don't know, my gateway, I guess. Like, this was the in-between point between, you know, that one over there and this one over here. This one I'm rather proud of as well, especially this thing right here. I think this statue turned out pretty freaking awesome, actually. It's a villager throwing an elder guardian back into the ocean is basically what that's supposed to be. It's not like he's not praising it. He's not, you know, he's fixing to chuck it into the ocean. You know, like they're saying it's enough. We don't need you anymore. Blah blah blah, kind of thing. This was actually this is a pen for that guy, Ziba. I don't remember why I named it Ziba. Actually, I don't remember why I named it that. I feel like there was a reason, but I don't know what it was. This was like the chieftain's house of this area. And then obviously the meeting area for meetings. Oh, wow. A little bit of lag there. All right. I mean, it's loading a lot of stuff. I hadn't really loaded this area previously, so it's loading it all now. Over here, I had built sluice boxes. I thought that was kind of cool, you know? Obviously now it does. I don't think it looks as good. See, this is one of the things that I don't think it looks as good as it did when I built it. But I figured, you know, they were sluicing, you know, trying to get their whatever they were trying to get. We got a mine going down there. And then the other area, so that statue up there, which I think looks freaking awesome. And this area back here is another place I am rather proud of. Yeah, I know it looks like the Golden Arches, but that was not the intent. Not at all the intent. But this was like the Elder Guardian. I named him Elder Brine. As you can see, Elder Brine. Yeah, that came from, actually, it wasn't even that monument. It was a monument from like way off. But this was like the whole light versus dark kind of thing. As you see, you know, that side is light, that side is dark. You got Elder Brine in the middle. And then this door. This door is awesome. It's the face, like an Easter Island head, right? Yeah, that door always cracks me up. I love it. And then down in here, there's actually a button back here. There we go. So at one time you could click through, or you could reach through the corner stair and like push a button. That's why that was behind the stair there. And then this is just like a prison kind of thing. Something just, oh, bats dying. Wrecked. With a treasure area in the middle. There's not really a whole lot of treasure in here with guards. Yeah, there's some gold, redstone, iron, and quartz. But my idea for this area was like, it was, you know, like, not necessarily like refugees, but like people that just were done worshiping the Guardians kind of thing from, you know, the original base. And they were like, you know what, we're done with Guardians. We're coming over here. We're going to do our own thing. Y'all do you, we'll go do us, and peace, right? And so that was the whole idea here. I don't know if it came through. I don't know if it made sense. I didn't really talk about it at the time. But I think it turned out rather well. You know, like I said, these guys are kind of just done with Guardians, and those guys are, you know, they're farming the Guardians, but they're also, you know, they're living alongside, and kind of they built this whole thing to the Guardians, and you know what I'm saying? Like, that was kind of the idea for this season, kind of what I was going for. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if it came through. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know. This is easily one of, I think this is my favorite base I have ever built. Ever. Every time I think about just the builds I've done and the builds I plan to do, I come back to this one. These picks, these statue things, I did not build. False Symmetry actually built that crab right there, and I think the turtle. And then one of my viewers, whose name is Jello, actually built this, not on the server, like they built it and then sent me the world. And then I rebuilt it. So Jello did that one and this one. And that's just a volcano with the lava flowing under there, all covered. That was not easy to do. Just let me tell you right now. This sucked. This sucked a lot. I'm just saying it sucked. And then over here we just got, you know, the villagers. This is their little villager kind of, this is where they live, that's where they work kind of thing. But yeah, so I just wanted to, you know, I really wanted to just go back through time. Like, it's so, like, the nostalgia's real. You know what I mean? I remember just the exorbitant amounts of time I spent on this freaking map. And it kind of makes me want to cry a little bit. But like I said, I wanted to make my mark, or leave my mark, or, you know, whatever. I wanted to prove that I did actually, in fact, belong here. And, you know, HermitCraft has always been a thing about big bases, big builds, big. So I wanted to go big. Biggest base I've ever built. Probably the biggest base I'll ever. There's a whole ton underground. There's stuff everywhere. But just to answer the questions, I get asked a lot lately. Well, I mean, it's been a thing for a while. If I'm going to return to HermitCraft, why I don't play on HermitCraft, all that kind of stuff. Will I return to HermitCraft? Yes. Do I know when that will be? No. We'll just have to see what happens in the future. I am still a hermit. I still love the hermits. I do talk to them in Discord, and all that stuff. You know, that we still raid each other on Twitch, all of that stuff. I don't play on the server. That's just the way it is. I got really burnt out in season 3, which I took season 4 off. For the most part, I got burnt out in season 5, took season 6 off. So we'll see what happens. If there's a season 7, we'll see. I mean, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what happens with all that. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this little bit of a trip down memory lane. Like I said, just with the HermitCraft anniversary last month, I felt like I needed to do something. Just take a step back. Remember the things that have come before, especially since, like I said, a lot of you are new. So I think I think I'm done talking. I think you guys can take it from here, no? hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode, this little bit of a video, and I'll see y'all in the next one with Season 5.